What's up, Jabber Nation? Happy Saturday. It's kind of cold outside. But yeah, we're still talking about sports despite how cold it is. I haven't had any hot chocolate cups for about a week now, and we have some. I know that's really random, but I've been thinking about hot chocolate for literally 8 days.
I don't understand why you think we're still talking about sports even though it's cold out. Of course. Sports don't end.
I know, but just putting stuff, for the fan base, But anyways, as John kills my intro,
Not all fan bases are in a cold weather climate.
As per normal, John kills my intros.
As per normal, I make an excellent point.
As per normal, this is the last episode of Sports Jabber with J and J.
Pretty sure it's like the 20th time the show was at its final episode.
Anyways, Bison are playing right now. Last time I saw, they were 3-3?
Nope, it was 12-10. They were losing at halftime.
Okay, so I kind of want them to lose, though, so they don't have to go into the playoffs undefeated.
Or they could just have an undefeated season with the championship undefeated.
Nope, I'd get too nervous. Probably not.
Yeah.
Nope.
My two main teams are already done and out of it, so.
I'm sorry to hear that.
It was a rough sports weekend last weekend. It was a rough go.
I'm sorry. I know how I feel as a Niners fan.
The Cubs, who lost in the NLCS, their season's over. And then the Packers' season is basically over. Basically.
Yes. Okay.
I got Rodgers hurt. We'll come back to that in a second. First, the Cubs, though. I'm wearing my Jake Arrieta jersey because if you listen to reports, he's not going to be back with the Cubs next year, which I don't like.
What? Where's he going?
Well, he's a free agent, so he can go wherever he wants to. And I'm not sure how many pitchers are out there. He's one of the top, free agent pitchers. I'm sure there's going to be a huge market for him.
Oh, okay.
So now the Cubs have the money to sign him. It's just whether or not they will, which I would like them to, because if they lose Arrieta and they lose Lackey, which he's probably going to retire, they're losing 40% of their starting pitching staff. So next year they're going in with, for sure, Lester, Hendricks, and Quintana. Well, if you get Arrieta back, that's a solid four to go into next season with.
Right.
They did fire their pitching coach today, so they're going to have a new one, come next year. Obviously, no idea who that's going to be. But we'll see, but if the postseason tells you anything, is their offense was terrible.
I think I jinxed them. I said that too in the text. I jinxed their bats.
Yeah.
Because I said they had the bats to do it, and they were
yeah, since the All-Star break, they had the top-rated offense, and then, for some reason in the postseason, they decided to stop hitting. Rizzo did nothing. Bryant did nothing, and collectively, they did a whole lot of nothing. Especially, outside of the NLCS, they hit 5 home runs, one each game. That was their, not 5 home runs each game, but they hit. The first game, they hit 1 home run. That was their entire offense. Second game, 1 home run, entire offense. Third game, 1 home run, entire offense. Game 4 hit 3 home runs, their entire offense. And their final game, 1 home run, entire offense. So outside of those home runs, they did absolutely nothing. No, just, they didn't string together base hits like they normally did during the season. I don't know if it was...
I take full blame.
I don't know if they were just tired or...
I take full blame.
They picked a really bad time to go into a horrible slump.
Yeah, right. A series away from the World Series.
And then their bullpen was bad.
I jinxed them. I'm sorry, Cub Nation. I jinxed them in the last episode. I take full blame.
When Carl Edwards Jr. in Game 3 walks the opposing pitcher with the bases loaded, that's rough.
I just said I take full blame.
Yeah, so
I'm sorry. I spoke too soon.
But on the bright side is there was always last year.
Yeah, they
got the memories of last year along with the DVDs and everything to watch last year. So I feel incredibly blessed. I can just go and watch the entire World Series from last year and feel better about myself.
Yeah, so it still gives a sweeter taste in your mouth.
Yeah. And so now
it's stick out.
Be the Dodgers, and it's going to come down to either the Astros or the Yankees, since they play tonight. And by this time this posts, this game will be decided. So I'm going to take this two ways. I'm great that the Astros, won. It's going to be great for the city. They're going to, hopefully they, win the World Series and bring that back to Houston. Also, I'm mad that the Yankees won, just because I don't really want them to be in the
They've
World
kind of
Series.
had enough World Series.
They've had 27. That's
yeah,
enough.
no big deal.
So I don't need them anymore. But this, in a way, this Yankees team is a little easier to cheer for because it's a lot of homegrown talent. It's not those big free agents. Yeah, it's not those big free agents that used to sign all the time. So it makes it a little bit easier to root for. But to me, a Yankees-Dodgers World Series, I personally just don't care about. Now, granted, that's going to be great for the media because you got East Coast and West Coast, and the two biggest cities in the U.S., so it's going to be great for them. But to me, I'd be much more interested to see Dodgers-Houston because I'm rooting for Houston to pull it out because they've never won a World Series before. The city could really use that. I mean, it'd be great for the city. So, once again, happy Houston won. Let's go Houston. Depending on how the game turns out, I'm not too happy the Yankees won. So, we'll see.
There is one thing, though, that we can all agree on. Depending on who makes it or who doesn't, you can go to KFC and get your $10 share bucket of crispy chicken.
Okay.
Yeah, next topic.
Okay.
Sorry,
well,
classic drama moment.
Going from my one team whose season has ended to another team whose season has ended now, the Green Bay Packers.
Yeah, sorry.
With Rodgers being hurt.
Yeah, it must be rough.
Take your time.
Yeah, no, I'm listening to you. I just got to turn my phone down
I'll
here.
wait for you to be done.
I'm getting reports from different reporters here. Phone's going off. Okay, we're ready. Silence.
Done? Okay.
Yep.
All right. Well, yeah, my Packers season probably over.
I'm sorry. I
The
really am sorry. I'm not being sarcastic, like saying I'm not sorry, but I'm really am.
I heard a lot of sarcastic Vikings fans. Oh, I'm so sorry, Rodgers got hurt.
Yeah, make it to a Super Bowl and win. Sorry.
Yeah. And
sorry,
that's,
guys.
It's just a bunch of bitter Vikings fans who've never won anything.
Don't choke on that extra crispy chicken bone at KFC.
But so they're done. So now it's up to Brett Hundley.
Okay, so my question is, he's been groomed a while. So
this is his third year. Well, see, it's so hard to say what he's going to be able to do because last week when he came in, he had no prep time. He wasn't working out with the first string offense, so I can't take what he did in that first game with sort of anything just because it's completely different now. What he does against the Saints, that will give me a better idea of what the Packers are really working with because now he'll have this entire week to work with the first team offense. He knows he's the starter, so we'll see what he can do. And last week when he came in unexpectedly, so you could tell they just kind of dumbed down the offense. It was just a bunch of runs and quick passes. Wasn't anything really complicated. So we'll see what comes. We'll see what comes of it. Now, give it a game or two. We'll see what he looks like. I know there's a lot of talk out there as far as.
Sorry, Bob. Reports coming in from Adam Scheffner.
There's a lot of talk out there, like the Packers could sign somebody. Biggest name that people talk about, Colin Kaepernick.
Yeah, not going to happen. Apparently McCarthy said no.
Well,
that's what I heard.
You got to think of the time he was asked. The time he was asked, he had just found out.
So he was heated.
Well, yeah, and to me, that's a correct response. You can't say, "Oh yeah, we're going to look to see if we can get someone else in here," because then you're immediately telling your quarterbacks, "We really don't have faith in you."
Yeah, right.
So we're going to bring someone else in. So he had just said that they're going to stick with the quarterbacks they have. And then immediately after he said that, the reporter says, "Well, what about signing, Colin Kaepernick?" It's like, then he said, "What did I just say? I just said we're going to stick with the quarterbacks." So I get that. You want to, he just said it, and really, in all honesty, yeah, for the first, week or two, see what you have. Before you go out and sign somebody, spend extra money on signing somebody, you should see what you have first.
Sure.
So see what you have. If it's just not working out, maybe then, start, bring him in, see what he can do. Because now there's a few things going against bringing him in. One is he doesn't know the offense.
Chemistry with the receivers.
So he would have to come in, he'd have to learn an entirely new offense. I mean, he's not going to pick it up in a week. And then, for better or worse, there's going to be a lot of media attention that comes along with signing him. A lot of media attention. This isn't like signing just some random quarterback, off the street.
It'd
This
be
is
like Tim Tebow.
Yeah, this is a big name. With a lot of controversy around, so there would be a lot of media
Which
attention.
I think is stupid.
Now, on the positive side of signing him, he is from Milwaukee.
Yeah. Wisconsin
boy. We've seen him destroy us enough. So now, hey,
they're still looking for him.
He's on our side. We don't have to tackle him now.
Yeah.
Yay!
Right. Yeah.
So there's that positive to it.
They won't have to look for him.
Right. So, I mean, to me, would it benefit bringing him at least as a backup? Yes, because Joe Callahan, who's a backup.
Yeah, he can play backup.
I have no idea who that guy is. You just signed him off the practice squad. He played for some Division III school. He's only been here for a year. I'm like, if Brett Hundley gets hurt, are you confident with him coming in?
Right.
If your answer is yes, you're a liar. Because there's no way I'd feel confident with him coming in and doing anything at all. If you give me, okay, can you have Colin Kaepernick or Joe Callahan? I'd probably, I'd take Cap. Because, he doesn't know the offense, but I still trust him to do more than Callahan does. So,
he's good enough to back up. We're not talking starting.
I'm not talking about being a starter. Brett Hundley, he was a starter. Fine with it. We'll see, if he goes a few weeks with, not doing anything and they're just getting blown out and he can't score, well, maybe you should demote him. But up until then, they bring, like, Kaepernick in, it would be as a backup role because they do need a legitimate backup because they do not have one. And then, there's talking, Rodgers could still come back this year. Depending on where they're at, I would maybe just say, just shut him down. Don't worry about it. Now, if if he can come back and he is at full strength, has to be full strength.
Yeah.
And there's still a shot at the playoffs. Okay, bring him back. But if there's any sort of question, you cannot risk bringing him back and chance him getting hurt again.
Mm-hmm.
If there's any risk, you just shut him down. Be like, this is the last season. Move on. Just shut him down. Let's get ready for next year. So, I'm eager to see what Brett Hundley can do. Said, he looked really good in the preseason, but once again, that is the preseason. He's playing a lot of backup defenses, so we'll see what he's like against, first team defense. But it's be interesting. And then, the whole Kaepernick, McCarthy shut it down. I equate that to him just being in an annoyed mood. He just found out his quarterback is for sure done.
Yeah. Yep.
So,
right.
If I was in this position that you just told me, hey, for sure
way.
Rodgers is done for the year, and then you say, oh, by the way, press conference where they're going to ask you a bunch of questions about the quarterback. Yeah, I would be annoyed too, and might snap. So
sure,
I give him a pass on that. It doesn't. Yeah, it didn't bother me. Yeah. Do I think they would legitimately consider it? I think they would consider it. Like I said, they do just have to weigh. Okay, is he worth the attention that's going to come along with it? And that's the biggest thing.
And that's the bad part because that's the media's job.
And, also you would have to get with your team and be like, hey, we're thinking of bringing this guy in. There's a lot that comes with it. Mm-hmm. How do you guys feel about it? Mm-hmm. If the entire team was like, no problem, bring him in. All right, then we're good. But if there's people like, I don't know, and he's not going to mesh with that locker room, shut it down. Forget it. Don't bring him in.
Unfortunately.
Yeah, but Aaron Rodgers was a proponent for it. He said, bring him in.
Yeah.
I'm hurt. Bring him in. He said to bring him in. So Rodgers is for it.
Yeah.
And if Kaepernick comes in and Rodgers is right beside him saying, hey, team, follow this guy.
Yeah.
They're like, all right, Aaron, because they're going to listen to Aaron.
Yeah.
So, it would be interesting. Like everyone, a lot of people agree. Kaepernick should be on it. He is good enough to be on a team.
Not even start, but at least back up some team. All the quarterbacks that they have now, Joe Webb, Brandon Whedon, Jay Cutler in Miami. That's just 3 names that I can think of.
Well, to be fair, if I was calling, I wouldn't want to go to Miami.
I'm just saying. It's not like there's 4-day-old Krispy Kremes off of the conveyor belts.
Sure.
That's a bad analogy, but people who like Krispy will know what I mean.
So Aaron Rodgers got hurt. So think about the big names that got hurt now. Eric Berry, done for the year. Mm-hmm. J.J. Watt, done for the year. Mm-hmm. Odell Beckham, done for the year. David Johnson, done for the year. Aaron Rodgers, done for the year.
It's 5.
5 big name players that are done. Done for the year. Well, Rodgers, like I said, technically has a chance to come back, but I'm not putting my hopes up on that. That's some big names that they're losing. And what next? Tom Brady's going out for the year?
Sorry, Chris Weish, if we jinx your Pats and Brady goes down with a season-ending injury tomorrow.
It's not us, it's Madden.
Sorry, bud. What's that? Oh, Madden
Madden.
curse. Yep, blame Madden.
Got
Exactly.
a lot of big-name players that are out.
I'm just saying, it's a weird year.
And
It's been a weird year. That's all
like,
I'm
you know,
saying.
talking about, it's like, all right, you know, this upcoming week, the Packers play the Saints. There'd be such a high hype about it if it was Rodgers versus Breeze.
Yep.
Two great quarterbacks battling out.
Yep.
Now it's Breeze versus Hundley. Loses some luster. And the ticket prices really show that because they have plummeted. Those ticket prices for the game have shot way down because nobody wants to see Breeze versus Hundley. They didn't know. They want to see Breeze versus Rodgers.
And 2 Hall of Fame quarterbacks.
Exactly. Now you're getting Breeze and, you know, no disrespect to Hundley. We don't know what he's going to do.
It could go
But
off.
going in, that is not the name that you are going to pay to see. So, be interesting.
I guess my big thing is I expect him to not dumb down the playbook because he's played there. He's been there for 3 years, but I expect him to try to get the ball out of his hands quick. A lot of checkdowns, a lot of throws to maybe his tight end, Michael Bennett, who I cut because he's awful.
He's dropped a lot.
Yeah. And I think there are a lot of run plays too. But my big question, though, is can their defense seize this moment to put their backup quarterback in positions, you know, to win games, to get those 3 and to get him as many chances as they can with the ball?
Would you like my answer to that? I got a definitive answer for you.
Okay, I want it.
No.
Okay. Okay. I don't know.
To me,
Okay.
when it comes down, it's like, hey, you have to rely on your defense. No, our season's done. I have no faith in that defense.
Still no faith.
No.
Oh.
What have they done to give me faith in it?
I'm trying to give the Packer fans watching a
I'm a
Scotch
Packer fan.
rhubarb.
I'm
trying to give
fan,
the
but
other ones a
if you
Scotch
tell me it's
rhubarb.
down to the defense with how terrible our defense has been, why would I put any faith in them? Why?
I'm sorry. Okay. We'll
And
just-
yeah, they're last week they played the Vikings with a backup quarterback and no first or their best receiver out, and they still, you know, lost. They still let up too many points against that. You know, so now they're going against Drew Brees. No, yeah, good luck with that. Next week after that, they got to the Detroit Lions. Nope, no faith there. So until they step up and play great and prove to me that they can be trusted, I am not trusting them because they have no way earned that trust. None.
All right. That's a realist Packers fan, not the typical that the Packers are better. I want to clarify that. That's a realist Packers fan.
If any Pack fan out there is saying, "Oh yeah, our defense will carry us," they are high on something.
Play-Doh?
Something.
I mean the actual, not the Play-Doh
Whatever makes you
guy, but the actual Play-Doh like you play on newspaper.
Whatever makes you hallucinate. That's called silly putty.
Oh, okay. Well, we're gonna move on. Wow. So MVP race. I'm just gonna read off a few names here according to Vegas. Okay, obviously some of them are out of the picture, but Rodgers,
out.
Brady, Matt Ryan,
Eh.
Matt Stafford. Shout out to our boy in the episode that called us out, Derek Carr, Alex Smith. Ding 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 ding! Wheel of Fortune.
Yeah, the Chiefs have lost 2 games in a row.
Kareem Hunt, Marcus
No.
Mariota,
No.
Jameis Winston, Dak Prescott, Kirk Cousins, Carson Wentz.
See, to me, none of those names really stand out like, oh yeah, that is the front runner. Because, just going down the list, Rodgers obviously done.
Yeah, he's done. He's out.
Brady?
He's out of there. He doesn't look like Tom
he's
Brady.
He's looked pretty mortal.
Yeah.
You know, Derek Carr, the Thursday night game was the first time he's really looked decent.
Just saying.
Alex Smith started out really well. You know, like I said, they've lost 2 games in a row now. You know, we'll see if they can, bounce back. If so, yeah, put him in there. Kareem Hunt, no. For one, it's hard for anyone outside of quarterback position to win the MVP.
It's very tough. I think Lawrence Taylor was one of the only players to do it.
Defensively.
Yeah.
But, you had Adrian Peterson win it 1 year. I mean,
Right.
so if you're going to be outside the quarterback position, you better have
You have to have an
amazing year. And so Carson Wentz,
he's playing pretty solid though.
I can see that.
He's playing pretty solid.
Yeah, I mean the team is doing really well, 4-1. Obviously he'll have to keep it up for the entire year. Now, granted, I mean, would I love to see Carson Wentz?
North Dakota guy. Yeah,
of course.
I would love it.
And I picked him to win the Super Bowl, so I mean that would just make me
that
look
pick's
good.
looking good with Rodgers out right now. Hey, just saying.
I mean the NFC is not that intimidating right now.
It's wide open since Rodgers went down. The Packers were. I was going to switch my pick in the next episodes to come. I was going to switch it to Green Bay because I liked how Rodgers was playing, and I thought that he was going to do enough.
But
I was going to switch it.
He's out. I mean, unless the Packers can basically tread water and everyone else in that division, does bad. It's gonna be tough for them to even get a wild card or division. Get a spot in the playoffs. It would be a miracle if they did. Now they could do what they did, a few years ago when Rodgers, broke his collarbone and came back and beat the Bears in the final game. Yeah. To get to the playoffs on a 4th and 13, and then they throw a touchdown pass to Randall Cobb.
Yeah.
Which I have a couple Bears, friends, who are friends who are Bears fans.
I wonder if they're still salty about that.
And that is hilarious to bring up as often as I possibly can.
Little ketchup? Little ketchup?
So it's fun.
Little mustard? Spicy mustard?
If I could, pull that play up and show it, I would just put that on repeat because it's just so fun.
That's savage.
I know, right?
Yeah, it's kind of savage. You should apologize right now to the camera.
Why?
Just threw that out there.
So if the Bears ever could do that to the Packers, they would talk about it all constantly too. Because the Packers are the team that everyone in that division shoots to, knock down.
That's true.
When you talk to the Lions fan, who's the team that they want to beat the most? It's the Packers. Vikings fan, Packers. Bears fan, Packers. You ever talk to a Bears team like, oh, I wish we could destroy the Lions. Which one? Nobody hates the Lions. I mean,
how do you hate the Lions? Aslan was on Narnia.
They're the kind of the special team, and it's like, oh, they're so cute. You can't be mad at them. They can't actually win.
Okay, the guys are cute or the logo's cute. We need to clarify.
Just the team in general. It's the Lions. They're not actually going to win. I mean, it's fun to watch them. Yeah, you do your best. Good job.
And do you give them a little pat on the forehead too? And
yes, good job.
Boy, pinch the cheek.
Exactly.
Okay, it's getting kind of awkward. We're gonna go back to the MVP race.
It's like the 49ers. You get up, you do your best. You're not actually gonna do anything. You just get out there and give it your all.
I can't believe you just said that.
You're basically a college team.
I can't believe you just said that.
A Division II college team.
I can't believe you just said that.
Aren't they just adorable how they go out there and try?
I hope Rodgers doesn't come back. I hope you guys lose every game. Hope you lose every game now.
Like the Niners are going to?
We're not friends. This is our last episode. This is the deciding last episode of Sports Jabber. Right now. Last episode. Back to the MVP race. I don't know if you... So, MVP race.
Who's this guy that you told me clear-cut favorite?
Okay, I'm going to get to that if you would just let me and stop stealing all the spotlight.
Who is this guy that you're talking about? That's the clear-cut favorite.
Killing me.
Let's tell you this.
If you let me get to my list, I will tell you.
I am trying to now. Come on, let's get to this list.
Oh my gosh.
You are... Why aren't you talking yet?
Okay.
Come on.
Put your... This is the worst anchor co-partner to work with ever.
I am still waiting for this person.
Okay, I'm going to get there if you just let me start. Okay.
I have given you many opportunities to start.
We got Tom Brady. This is this year's stats.
I would hope so.
He's a 1 point...
But I don't need last year's stats for this year's MVP.
He's a 106.9, 13 TDs, 2 INTs, 1,959 yards. Okay, that's Tom Brady. Rodgers, he's done, but it still matters somewhat. 103.2, 13 TDs, 1,385 yards, 3 INTs. Matt Stafford, throw him out the window. Okay. We got Carson Wentz. 99.9, or 0.6, sorry. 1,584 yards, 13 TDs, 3 INTs. We go to Alex. 120.5, 1,979 yards, 15 TDs. Guess how many picks he has, John? Ooh, guess how many picks this young man has?
0.
Ooh, 0.
Now, do the stats for Alex Smith include this past week's Thursday game?
Not yet, I don't think.
Okay.
I don't think yet, but ooh, somebody climb on the Alex Smith bandwagon right now. Someone get him a glazed dozen of Krispy Kreme donuts off the conveyor belt with a buca de beppo pepperoni pizza. Woo! With a side of chicken parmesan.
That way he can be slow and lethargic the rest of the season.
Woo! Come on now. Alex Smith, MVP. Right now. If it was to go, Alex Smith would get it. Woo! Right now. I'm telling you. That's better than jambalaya.
Wrong.
John's about to kill my thunder. Here we go. Let's see.
The clear
here we
cut
go.
MVP.
Here we go.
Jay Cutler. Did you see what the Dolphins did to the Falcons last week? The Falcons lost to the Dolphins, and it was all Jay Cutler who's MVP. Or, now he does, okay, I shouldn't say clear cut, because he has some competition. Jesse Fry, Trubisky from Chicago.
Oh my goodness, we should have put Brian Hoyer in the MVP too. Can we put in Jay Cuddy?
Jay Cutler's won 2 games. How many games has Hoyer won?
I mean, he's won none, but
exactly.
He
Jay
does.
Cutler has
tried,
infinitely
though.
more wins.
Oh my goodness. So Jay Cutler MVP?
No.
We're going on record saying that?
No.
Can we bet a thing of like Krispy Kreme donuts off the conveyor belt that Al Smith? No, sorry. Okay. I gotta tread my water here. I don't think he'll win MVP, but right now he should get it. I got nothing.
In a surprise move, Tim Tebow's going to get signed, and he's going to lead.
MVP?
Yes.
Love it. Love that pick. Love that pick. He's going to not play baseball anymore, then you're saying?
Well, baseball season's over.
So he'll get re-signed to Love it.
He's going to get signed with the Browns to lead him to the Super Bowl and win.
Oh my goodness. That'd be the greatest story ever.
Cleveland needs something to cheer for.
They got the Cavs. Basketball started.
That's true.
They got the Cavs.
Yeah, and their road in the East just got a whole lot easier.
Okay, this is awesome. Did you see the Gordon Hayward in? I saw that live.
I didn't see it live, but I got a picture sent to me.
Oh, no, I saw it live. You could hear his bones snap, and his leg looked like Gumby. That little Gumby guy, you know, the green guy with the donkey or the horse.
Pokey.
Yeah, it was like this, you know.
Yeah, the ankles aren't supposed to bend that way.
I mean, it was deflected like something.
Needless to say, he's done for the year.
Yeah, he's done. He's got a dislocated ankle and a fractured tibia. Sorry.
Yeah, that was pretty nasty looking. First game of the season with his new team, and he's done.
You know what's worse? When you live at home with a significant other that wants to rewind it multiple times, that runs from the kitchen into the living room, like, oh my gosh, I gotta see it.
That is a little funny.
That's savage. I don't think she has a heart.
Well, I mean, you feel you feel for the guy.
She didn't. Well, she did, but she goes on YouTube also and looks up top 10 most gruesome sports injuries and replays it for just pleasure. Who does that?
It's interesting. You feel for the guys that go through it, and a lot of times they're disgusting. But
she don't. She want to see the bones break.
She also watches Keeping Up with the Kardashians.
Oh, that is true.
So, I mean, I would rather watch gruesome injuries.
I'd rather watch LeVar Ball's reality show.
I would rather watch Gordon Hayward's injury over and over than watch that show.
My Little Ponies?
I'd rather watch My Little Ponies than the LeVar Ball show.
Wait, I like the Pink Pony.
Much better than LeVar Ball.
Doesn't take much.
That's true. A lot of things are better than LeVar Ball.
But, yes, that is my pick right now for MVP. And then running backs, we got Kareem Hunt with 717. 4 TDs, Le'Veon Bell, 550, 4 TDs. We got Antonio Brown, with 700 yards, but it's usually a quarterback.
Yeah, it's
a quarterback-driven reward.
They win the MVP and also
Or
offensive
award,
player.
Sorry. Yes.
So,
Yeah.
yeah, they basically kind of have 2 awards:
They
MVP
claim
and
it.
Offensive Player of the Year.
Yeah.
So, said if you're going to be a non-quarterback and win, you better have just a monster year.
So if they had donuts for MVPs, would Krispy Kreme get it off the conveyor belt versus Dunkin'?
Sure. I can't remember the last time I had either.
Okay, yeah.
Last time we had Krispy Kreme was in Vegas, and that was not the right Krispy Kreme going.
Yeah, thanks for reminding me of that. I don't need that bitter taste in my mouth, but you can.
And then I can't remember the last time I had Dunkin' Donuts.
Yep, take us out. We're done. We're done here.
Are you sure?
Yep, I'm pretty sure. I think. Ish. I think we're done-ish.
Should we just keep dragging on like this for
Oh,
a while?
that'd be
just because
great.
it's fun?
That'd be great.
See how many people actually stick around.
Oh,
for us to
yeah,
just
that'd
talk
be
nonsense for a
awesome.
while.
Separate the bandwagons from the true viewers.
Let's see how long we just talk like this for a while. Let's go.
So, Jolly Time Blasto Butter Popcorn over Orville Redenbacher? What would you prefer?
People in the room are getting annoyed right now.
They're getting annoyed?
Yeah.
With popcorn.
I think just does talking.
Popcorn? I don't know about you, but...
Fine, we'll end it. Everybody, subscribe to us on YouTube. Like us on Facebook. If you want us to see us talk nonsense, leave a comment below so we can do that next episode.
Oh, yeah, if you want to see us talk about a random topic, we'll do it.
Yeah, just leave random topics. It'll be fun. Just, tell everyone, tell Jama how sorry you are for the 49ers. Keep their chins up.
Tell John how sorry you are that the Packers are done.